Last time on Odyssey of the Dragon Lord, as we had defeated Cantimane, sent him back to where he came to slumber back into Thyria's lap. As it seems fit, our heroes had a lot to do, especially Moograine, and she was eager to potentially go find her daughter, as the rest of the crew wasn't too eager yet, so there was a lot to do in Mithros, as the destruction of Cantimane had a lot of deaths, and a lot of new leadership needed to be postponed. So a lot of people were looking at Magni potentially to lead Mithros in a better light, as you had waited a month before you had left. As prior to that month, you had a message and a mail, and then within the 24-hour period, you did meet up with an individual, a woman, and she had proclaimed that there was one of the five gods still alive, as he was imprisoned in Aresia, as well with, obviously, Moograine's daughter. As you guys were eagerly to jump onto this, mostly because of Moograine, but the thought of obviously becoming a god and the ability to become beyond yourselves and become the next Dragon Lords was very tempting, indeed. But there has to be a catch to this. There's no way you could just become a god. But there was another clue to the indication of the people of Aresia wanted that power for them to become gods, as they had imprisoned him for this sake, as the lady had mentioned that she is madly in love with Narcissus himself, as long ago the queen had basically swooped underneath of her in a tournament and won his favor, as they've been married ever since. But she says he is not being treated as fairly as she's feeling. The queen is much more than what she seems, as she had requested you guys to head there and free Narcissus. As you guys know, that there was a mission prior to that to save Moograine's daughter on a deal with the Shadow Masters, as they requested you to kill the queen, as you guys prior held off from that, but now it sounds more crystal clear. But some of you still feel like you need to answer and ask questions beforehand. It's hard to tell if this is the real truth of the Shadow Masters, or maybe they are using you to manipulate you to get what they want. It's unknown to who is right and who is wrong at this moment. As you guys had traveled across the seas, as it took you several weeks of travel, eventually making it towards the city, as Magni saw fit to go back to where his mother had passed away and advise a place of operation. As the rest of you guys begin to hear rumors in the tavern about wars that are commencing to happen around the vicinity of Aresia, as well as other information that is not relevant. But in general sense, now you guys are exploring before nightfall, as Silas had gotten a message privately to likely meet with the Shadow Masters, as they heard your arrival, as they want to see fit that you're still interested in the deal. Potentially, they may be able to aid you in this predicament. As we enter session there, as we continue onwards with Odyssey of the Dragon Lord, our next episode, as Tamber, you're on recap, since EB's not here.
Okay, no problem.
Until EB comes back, then that'll swap back. I think I got everything.
Yeah, sounds good to me.
Yeah, it looked pretty good as I was going over the note. I do want to say that Calyx got the final blow on Ketamine.
It's not ketamine. Ketamine. It
Ketamine.
literally sounds like a drug.
It does.
Ketamine.
We only saved 2,000.
Try our new ketamine, 500 milligrams.
Yeah, that's what got Chandler, man. But there was also a big thing at the end of the thing about a painting that had magical powers to it that we were investigating. We had a
Oh, yeah.
rumor
Oh,
that
yeah, yeah.
there was somebody in Mythos that may want to buy a painting. We were contemplating stealing the painting.
Magni was pulling some shenanigans in the museum to see if he can figure out the magic, if I remember correctly.
I don't know that we're real burglars at this stage in our career.
I don't think we ever were burglars.
Exactly. So this isn't sitting right now that we've had time to think about it personally. Like, we don't need their 20,000 gold. We got plenty. I don't mind looking at it.
I don't think we were hired to steal it or anything like that. I think we were just
No,
checking
no,
it
we were
out.
not.
Oh, okay.
We were just checking it out, but there's something up with it. Like, there's something wrong about it. Some kind of transmutation. I think he said transmutation magic about it.
Mm-hmm. Something like that.
So are we in an art museum? Is that what we're at?
Yeah, there's
That's
birds
Yeah.
around and stuff.
I think we talked to somebody about getting it checked out, but we don't know what will become of that.
There was just two stupid guards standing by it. We were talking to them about it.
Then you should ask somebody who you're well connected with. Maybe they will have answers about this thing. Someone who's dwelled in this land more than you have before you cause a scene.
Well, we definitely don't want to call the queen.
Well, you guys are on the light line. You don't want to obviously lose that light.
Yeah, no. Who do we know here? Because we know the queen. We don't necessarily besties with her. We know the Shadow Council. Definitely not besties with them. Magni's mom is passed.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
It's been so long since we've been here now. Who were you thinking of, Red, that we knew here?
I'm not telling you. You might have already said it.
The Shadow Council, I guess. I doubt.
You do hear rumors around the vicinity of Pelagon, the artist guild of the artist guild. He's the artist who potentially had created that art, as he's been perfecting his art for decades. As obviously the queen sees fit to have her a portrait, but he refuses it until Narcissus is free. So he will not paint any more pictures. Maybe you want to go find this Pelagon guy. Maybe he has a connection. Or you can talk to the Shadow Council, or you can, well, since you're going to meet with them tonight anyways, but... Or... You can somehow talk to the Queen, but that's going to be really difficult.
Looking for the dude sounds good to me.
There are a lot of locations you guys can explore as well. You can hit up all these numbers you like. 18, you already know where it is, but the rest of them, there are like locations you can see or ascertain if there's any information or anything of interest here, or potentially anything of further development of this place. This is a city as well. This is like a capital city. As me throws in, obviously this capital city does not like each other. as they have gone to feuds in war before. A long time ago, 500 years ago.
I guess we haven't really explored much.
You guys want to check out the Temple of the Sword? It's not too far. I don't know what it's about, but
I'd follow. Again,
Check it out.
True Moo has only a -1 intellect or 8. She's easy to sway.
I mean, worst case scenario, we need to familiarize ourselves with the town, so I don't think it hurts checking the stuff out. The Temple of the Sword is.
Temple of the... Oh, okay. I was trying to remember where the hell it was. Alright. As you guys begin to head to the Temple Sword, it is about a little bit past midday, as you probably have a few hours before a sun set. As you quickly head towards the temple, as a humbling temple rests in a small hill that overlooks the northeast gate of Aresia. There's no special ornaments, but just merely a temple symbol forged in iron. Warriors can be seen training in the courtyard, moving through sword forms and deliberating movements. Others are frozen in meditation. It seems this temple is responsible for guarding the northern gates of the city, both the river and the land. This is the smallest martial arts temple, having no formal recruitment process. The masters here empathize in self-discipline and training in total silence. They follow a stoic philosophy of showing humility before the gods, focusing on the doing good work, and most importantly, not complaining or asking for more. While the shield monks enforce discipline with their iron hand, sword monks are expected to develop it naturally. The masters only draw their swords when intended to cut down enemies. As you can see, one of the classes being held, but it's quiet. They're not even saying anything. As you see a half-elf, as he looks like, his title is the Grand Master Hero. As he is, as you can see, the blade he has is a mithril honor blade in his hand, showing a few cuts here and there. You can talk
Is there
to him.
any?
I wouldn't suggest
His
stopping
class
a
eventually
class.
ends, yeah. It's like within a few seconds it ends as everybody kind of leaves.
we can ask him what he thinks of the queen.
That's a weird question to open up with.
Yeah, it's not the most subtle question, gotta admit.
I wouldn't lead with that, but
And aren't these monks like the city guards and stuff?
I think they are some kind of form of military force.
Yeah, I think he said the North Gate or something like that. So
And the river and the land.
We're here, and it's probably the only place we could check out, so we might as well enter.
Sure.
Sure.
He walks in, tries to walk up to the guy, and you see he looks like a tourist.
He kind of looks at you. You bring no respect to me? Who are you? And what do you come here for? Heathen.
Honestly, did not know if it was sealed off or not. We did not mean to interrupt your class. How does one show respect
By
in
bow.
your land? Oh, I bow.
Head up while you bow. Always stare at your enemy or ally with respect. Never down. That is a good way to lose your head.
Trying to make eye contact this time. Better?
Let's see, shrugs. So what brings you here?
Honestly, we were just looking around. We saw this temple here, because it's not too far from the art district.
As he looks at you all, you are the dragon lords they speak of. I have heard of your justice across the lands. Do you
What exactly
bring
have you
justice
heard?
to here? I've
It's
heard
more like
of one that has slain the one called Sidon.
Is there
Good.
justice that needs to be brought here?
Perhaps for the right person. I know you do not work for this land, and I know you serve a greater purpose. But if you are intrigued to answer the call of the people of Aresia, we would be with open hearts and ears.
I mean, I think we have always battled for the people. We battled for the people of Mithros and defended the city at great peril and odds against two titans and sent a god packing. So we do not care of rulers and titles. We always hear about the people. It's the people we wish to free.
I request a potential help upon the lands here. We have been fighting off a mad warlord named Zakharoth. I had challenged him to a duel many years ago. This mad warlord who had potentially, as you can see, you would never see his other hand, but you eventually notice it's not really there. It's fake. I had lost my right arm, as he had claimed my honor blade as a trophy. I have lived my stoic life, but I have accepted my failure, and I have left in a rather shadow of my former self. I would request you to defeat him, and the people will be much appreciated if you would love a challenge. But if not, you may not have to convey in our own war fronts.
Can I do an insight check on him? Just make sure that I think he's being truthful.
Yeah, he is. He's very, very, very stoic.
What was that mad warlord's name, please?
Um,
And what has this mad warlord done? Besides take your hand?
He is causing issues upon our land. Our resources are being diminished, and our people are afraid to venture deep in the hills. These creatures must be stopped. They are bred by the one named Sidon. I have no aggression towards ones that are born from the Titans, as he looks towards you, Moon Green, as well as Tamper. But he does no aggression to you. But there are creatures out there that do still serve a different purpose.
Not all of our kin are as enlightened as us. We can show them the light if given time.
He is a great centaur, and his men are very fierce.
Where would we find them?
Beyond this land, you must travel north. It will take you very far from our place. The commander, Zakharoth, an evil Minotaur warlord. He seeks to become a god. He seeks to become lord of this place. As he is much obliged to take hostages. Many sons and many daughters have been in captive.
Is there a town north that we would know to look for him there? You just said go north and we'll find it?
Yeah, there's no town. It's like a tribe place. It's like deep in the woods. You'll see it when you see it, basically. He says he's very like he's very very he doesn't detail anything out. He's very kind of like warrior-esque. But you probably have much bigger things to face out there beyond our dealings.
I mean, if we are out in that direction, I'm all for taking a look. We do have some other things in the city we're attending to currently.
We do, but so many of these things end up being interconnected by some small thread, so it wouldn't be surprising to find that one
You
leads to
hear
another.
that he wants to be a god, so that is a connection.
Yep.
Becomes a god, he'll be basically Sidon.
Hmm.
But he can become Sidon.
Luckily,
if you
doesn't
think
have a
about it.
kick-ass tower to go back to.
No, but you are fighting beast creatures, so beastmen, so it's kind of like it might be difficult for some people to fight their own kin.
Oh, I've been beat up by quite a few centaurs and minotaurs and centaurs that I'm not uncommon to fight between our tribes. Oh, Magni left. I would ask him to ask about how he feels about the queen.
Left?
BRB.
Yeah,
Oh.
just
Oh, okay.
need to go to the bathroom or something.
I'll just say to the guy, too, that the queen is lucky to have such loyal defenders such as you and your brothers defending that north gate. She must be honored.
She is, indeed. But she has succumbed to her own dealings.
Like what?
I cannot say to outsiders. I'm sorry. An honor and path is avowed until death. This is the warrior's way.
I understand that. Is it... Could you at least let me know if it's something that is endangering the citizens of this town?
Yep, he doesn't say anything anymore after that. I'm sorry. I must go back to training. I will hopefully see you soon in the next few days. As he begins to...
I'll give him a proper bow and kind of back away, make sure I never keep my eyes off him, kind of back out and say, we will call upon you when we have more information. Thank you for your
Yeah,
time.
like their forces are very like Japanese. They're like kind of in. Well, you've seen them before. You've seen a couple of them. They're like monks and stuff, and they barely wear armor. They're all about attack, attack, attack. They have not much defensive, more offensive technique.
It's those guys.
Of course, yeah. You saw them in the one in the arena.
Yeah, and the
guy on the island too.
Yep.
Yeah, they come here, the scorpions and stuff. Yeah, they come here.
Mhm.
They come to the island to train. They come here to become a part of the guards. There's like two different kinds of guards. These are more the guards of the people. The ones that are in the islands want to become like warriors and travel the world and bring glory towards their homeland.
We're of the people. I like that. But I like bringing glory too. I like that too. Darn. I just like them, I guess.
He's given us another name and another possible connection. We had no knowledge of this warlord, Zakroth, and maybe he'll have more information about the Queen and Narcissus if he's the one that's trying to attain godhood too. Maybe he knows of a way, not necessarily for us to ascend, but at least to block him. Need to find out what he knows, and maybe that's an important part of the knowledge of the Queen. But I do not like that it's so far away that it'll draw us out of the city for a long period of time.
Yeah, it's definitely something to keep in mind, though. Definitely a good lead.
But I wouldn't mind finding out more about this Zakroth. We can't take one man's word for it. You have to do at least a little due diligence and try to find out about this gentleman.
Who else might we ask about it? We could check with people at the tavern, see if anyone knows anything there.
Yeah, we could talk with the general folk and find out what they know exactly.
Yeah, there's a lot of places to explore. You guys can ask around. See what's the news, what's the haps, you know.
Perhaps.
The haps. I'm an old man, okay? Shush.
See, we got the sanctuary and the gymnasium down there. The hanging gardens seems to be the main attraction of this place. Where do we want to go next?
Sorry, I literally just found that list of the map of where everything is. Should we check out the Temple of Narcissus?
Yeah, it's over by the hanging gardens too.
And the Queen's Palace, maybe not just yet.
I mean, we'd be going to the temple, not the Queen's Palace. Seems they're loosely connected, but I don't think it'll throw any suspicion for us to visit a temple.
Drew, what's number 6? Temple of Shield. Let's go to the Temple of Shield first, or had we been there before?
I don't think you guys.
No.
I think you guys only been to 18, 20, and now that. And then obviously
19.
19.
The tavern
Yeah.
and 8. Yeah.
Yeah, and the Temple of Shadow. Yeah, I'm down to go to the Temple of the Shield first.
Okay, so head to number 6, I guess?
Yeah, number 6 it is.
Gymnasium Sanctuary. We're passing by that. Any interest in that before we go further? Gymnasium number 4 or Sanctuary number 5? Meh. Continuing to the Temple of the Shield.
Well, you only have so many places to go before it hits nightfall, so do wisely.
Gotcha.
As you see the temple sitting atop high on the hill north of the palace. It's closely in proximity in the city of the seat of power. The warriors march through the area in disciplined formation, wearing brilliant red cloaks and red shields and polished to perfection. This temple teaches the legendary Aresian style of fighting, the way of the shield. It's the most prestigious martial arts temple in the city. The masters here teach techniques that have been long challenged the fearsome phalanx of Mithros, as the school's reputation is well earned in this highly regiment organization. The temple where everything is polished and spit shine. As the strictest of the temples and disciplines here is a top priority in order to maintain the image of the temple. It was perceived as soft and routine is cold, no matter how impressive their achievements may be. The temple's our proximity to the queen is her symbol of the highest importance, as the warrior guards of the chambers as seeming fit. As you can see, there are a lot of guards here on a consistent basis. As give you a perception check roll, as what you can see here. So, some of you guys see, obviously, some, you do see, kind of, just a lot of warriors itself. But you can see one of the doors heavily guarded by really experienced warriors. So it looks like it has a lock and chains on it, making sure no one enters. Because it looks very suspicious. Those two guards block you before entering into the temple. Who goes there? What is your business here? I am Master Hylon, Grand Master of the Shield.
Master Pylon, a pleasure to meet you. My name is Tamber. We are, I don't want to brag, but we are the heroes of Mithros that stopped the Titan invasion. We have come to Aresia, and we have always heard of your famed temple and order. We're wondering if we might just be allowed entry and shown about and see a demonstration of your warriors.
I look at you. At this time, we would usually allow you, great warriors, to venture in, but by the Queen's authority, no outsiders may enter, even the legendary Dragon Lords. I am sorry, but I will have to deny access to you.
No, we understand. We wouldn't want you to go against the Queen's orders. I understand. But just between you and I, we've come a long way to see this. Is there like stand away from the door and we can take a real quick look inside or something like that? I mean, just to,
I am
I don't mean to
sorry.
get you in trouble
This is by the
or
Queen's,
anything, but
the Queen's command. No outsiders, only the Queen may enter these temples, as well as our royal ship guards.
and you'd never go against anything the Queen said, would you?
If I did, I would slit my own throat.
Well, she is lucky to have such a dedicated general as you.
We are the Grand Masters. We are known across the world of Thylia as the most skilled.
Yes, which is why we came here. We just
Mithros
wanted to.
could not withstand our military force.
Well, let's hope it never comes to that. I mean, I'm not looking to start anything here. Just, mutual admiration. Queens and kings rule, and the people just want to see and hear the fables and understand if the legends are true.
You can see in the
But
background
I
with your
believe
natural
you.
20, you can see a man being beaten to get stronger as he's just getting lashed and lashed and lashed intensely. Again! As they build up their endurance for pain.
Such dedication. And again, I don't mean to pry, but we're going to be in town for a couple of days. Will this be one of these things we come back tomorrow? It might be different, or is this until future notice?
Until the Queen gives allowance to those that are of higher priority, then they're allowed. The time being, no one is allowed except the Queen.
I understand. Oh, another thing, we've heard this rumor about somebody that's plaguing your lands, a mad warlord, Zakroth? Does that name ring a bell?
Yes, he does. Ring a bell.
Is he as fearsome and combative as they all say?
He is like all barbaric beasts that cannot be tamed. No offense to you. You are much of a different cut of a breed. But theirs are born
Well, you
from
kind of say
evil.
so. And what do? Do they prey upon the outlying cities and villages and stuff like that? Come and raid and
They
maraud?
are worshippers of Sidon.
Do they know he's dead?
Perhaps they do. But the one of the warlords wishes to become a god, to take up hold upon the great hospitality of the next generation.
Do you think he's capable of achieving such a feat?
If he can brace our walls and defeat us, then yes, he will start a global war once again. But he has yet to entice our walls. We are strong and very numbered and very skilled. But we do not wish to risk our men to kill him, as it would weaken our forces against Mithros.
How big of an army does he command?
Many beasts have served him. Centaurs, satyrs, minotaurs, and much more.
Satyrs, we are typically Fae. We are not children of Sidon, but Lotharia. But they don't mean to mix words. But is he progeny of Sidon himself, or just a very powerful child of?
I have no clue of his origin. All I know is he is a servant to the Sidon. But since Sidon is no more, he's a servant to himself now.
Ooh, is there a powerful priest or something that accompanies him?
We do not know. But the one, as she mentions the Grandmaster for where you were originally, as they kind of proclaim, he had fought him in a great battle and lost. He had lost his blade and his arm because of it. It was the creature.
His whole arm. Oh my.
Yeah, he lost kind of like his hand. He lost his right arm, and he lost his honor blade. And the honor blades basically are like passed down 2 generations.
His katana.
Basically, yeah.
Yeah. Well, Grandmaster Haisan of the Shield, I appreciate you taking time out of your day to talk with us. And someday, hopefully, we will see the inside of that temple and see a demonstration for you. I look forward to that time, but I understand.
As she kind of smirks at you. It will be a long time till then. As you have a feeling that they probably have been here for a long time, beyond their own lifespan. Whatever is behind that door has been there for a long time. I guess you could say a few centuries.
This is kind of a thing, huh? They don't generally just open their doors.
No.
I was being foolish. They
You're-
probably are. They quite
you guys
secretive.
Are not from this lands, so you'll always be an outsider. You have to earn their trust. And earning the trust might be killing a warlord or potentially finding out some juicy ass information that the people of this land does not know. You know, things like that. Like, it doesn't matter if you guys have like high like your famous points, basically. Fame points doesn't mean shit, because this capital city is a completely different city.
Different.
They're not going to be at the same rules of Mithros. Even when you're at Mithros, you were treated like shit. Even if the Lotharia was kind of helping you out. Not Lotharia, goddammit. Fucking Valis. She was your only connection to get the king to accept you as potential dragon lords, even though he mocked you considerably until his death. But now you know there's something fishy about this place. Anything else you want to do?
No, we can't go inside. so-
I'm good. I don't have any more questions for him.
She's supposed to be a female, but I couldn't do the female voice. I don't know. I think they sound like a man anyways. They're very like strong will. Broken.
Broken?
Like broken as in like, you know, training. Their training is very intense. Like they said, what I wrote or what I read, sorry, they don't take anybody, even if you have the greatest achievements. Like you could try and they can just decline you because you're not good enough.
Okay.
Like, I just killed a fucking god. I don't give a shit.
Only killed 2, but who's counting? They're not gonna let us in.
No.
We're literally standing with the greatest warriors of the realm possibly right now. They wouldn't let us in. So there's something fishy going on there for sure.
Yeah, the last guy made it sound like the queen is up to something.
That's the way it sounded too. There's something going on in there. She's breeding secret soldiers or something like that. Maybe she's got some kind of way to, augment them, make them stronger or something like that. I don't know. She seems to have a very loyal army in these people.
Or she doesn't trust outsiders, and she probably thinks that maybe the people from the Shadow Temple are trying to infiltrate everywhere else. Let's not assume everyone's evil, if we haven't met them yet.
Yeah, I'll give him the benefit of the doubt. For now, at
Even,
least.
even Father agrees with her.
Okay, so I guess we can.
While we're up there, I'm assuming by the diagram that's a little higher elevation. Are we able to look over into this area, into the 1, 2, 3, to get a look at? Is that taller than the walls? Can we see into that area, or are the walls taller? Can't see it.
Over here?
Yeah.
Yeah, that one.
That's
That two.
two?
I mean, we're here up on this
Oh,
platform
the palace?
talking
Yeah,
to
no,
these
you
people.
can't. No.
Yeah, so what can we see?
It's on a mountain. It's above you. You just see like a beautiful
Okay,
majestic
that's a higher
kind of-
elevation.
Yeah, it's higher. Yeah, it's a way high, but you can see like the
Okay.
Queen's Palace up there. As you see, the royal guards are like in crimson velvet cloaks trimmed in gold, as they have a very different look than the ones that you just recently saw.
If you guys are that curious, maybe someone can make me go invisible and I can fly over top.
Yeah, we could certainly do that. I don't know that they wouldn't have. Everybody else has had some form of true seeing, it seems. But I mean, is it rude to show up in this town, make our presence known amongst two different armories, and not announce ourselves to the queen?
You kind of cut
Is that
out.
just tipping our hand? I was just saying that we've been here long
Right,
enough and
okay.
announced ourselves to enough people. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay. Josh? I think maybe we
Hello?
lost him. There he
What?
is. I'm confused.
Yeah, we should probably introduce ourselves to the queen.
Can't
Yeah,
hurt.
we can't be traipsing around our town without making a formal visit.
And if she is in any way, or shape, or form paranoid, us walking around town without introducing ourselves might just make her more cuckoo.
Solid.
So, plus, we wanted to hopefully get a read on her. So what better way than meeting her?
Hadn't we met her before?
Say, we've met her before, I believe.
No, we did not.
We've never have?
No.
No. You guys are remembering a different place.
Yeah, we're remembering the old Queen of Mithros. That we met.
Ah,
But this one we haven't, but we were asked to kill her.
Yeah, you guys were in Astoria.
Yes, we were.
A bunch of other places.
We should definitely go introduce ourselves to the queen.
Yeah. So let's head on and see the queen. Or try to.
do we have any gift that we could offer her?
Besides our present,
Come on, it's a queen. They expect something.
what can we offer her?
That's what I'm looking at the bag of holding / what's in our craziness of all the crazy gems or whatever.
Mm,
I mean, we're not offering her tribute, we're just paying our respects.
Yeah, we are simply doing what any nobles would do. Pay respects to the local nobles.
Exactly.
I just remember hearing a lot of gifts help greased palm.
I mean, that is not a bad idea. We should probably
we
have
do-
something on the ready just in case.
we do have
But
that golden lion's hide that I don't know if that's any
the
use
golden
in.
That's
fleece,
pretty keen gift.
that is pretty big.
There you go.
Yeah.
That's got all kinds of Greek mythology implications. I love it.
Don't we?
Oh, yeah, we used the golden plate.
Did we use that?
Omar?
Let me double check, because I think something required us to use it to craft something.
Yeah, that's what I'm
Not
asking. Do
mistaken.
we need those, or have we not used those already?
It's still in the bag of holding, so I thought we had it still.
Ooh. Yeah, we used it for the bootifying. The winged boots I have.
Oh, okay.
That's a shame.
Deleting it. I don't want to give her a scrying bowl, the bronze bowl. I don't think that's good.
The bowl? No, that bowl.
Okay, I guess empty-handed.
Yeah.
Wow.
Sorry, Moo.
Hey, is somebody using that breastplate from the former king? Wouldn't that be a pretty powerful thing to give her, the breastplate of the fallen
What,
king of
21
Mythos?
armor. Oh, that is, yeah, fallen king, yeah. Like, this
Yeah,
is
that's
from
what I'm
the
saying.
sword.
It's not who it belonged to, not necessarily for her to wear it.
I put that on.
Yeah.
I mean, I do think. Oh, okay. Yeah, I was about to say that'd be. We killed the king of the city that you guys hate.
Okay, I give it up.
No, you don't.
No. That is also a bad idea.
We don't need to have tribute for her. And if so, we
That's what
can
I'm
give her a
saying.
few
We're just paying our
gems.
respects.
She is a queen. Don't you understand? This is a different breed of people. She has been the queen for a long, long time.
Yeah,
I pay no tribute.
I also guess maybe opening up with, "Hey, we kill kings and rulers of cities." We.
I don't think that's gonna be the
Well,
best introduction.
Yeah.
Okay.
Plus, once she sees Moograin wearing it,
Oh wait,
she'll
I'm
know.
not. I just thought about it really hard.
Well, you guys are the Draglorns. You don't even have to give it a gift if you don't want to. You could be here, and it likely might bring a conversation, as they might be intrigued. Maybe they have a mission for you. You never know.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Let's just go talk to her, do the polite thing, and introduce
They probably
ourselves.
know you're here anyways. You're rather famed.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sure they probably do know, but it's only polite. And it's good to talk about giving a gift ahead of time and rather than be put on the spot and everybody kind of fumble. So at least we've broached the subject in case it, occurs.
I just don't think we need to get her a gift because we're not trying to impress her. We're just trying to be polite and not just pretend to be scurrying around her domain.
I mean, we're here to stir up muck. We're here to find a god that she's got captured and to steal a child from a rival faction. So, I mean,
But
there's shit
we're
that's
not
going
gonna
down
tell
here.
her that.
I mean, maybe we don't do it so rough, but we need a little more subtlety to us. But it's good to let her know that we're here and that she doesn't send the royal guard on us, and that we can
Yeah.
have impunity to move about.
Well, at least that she knows that we're not plotting behind her back, unless we're considering the proposal from the Shadow People.
No, exactly. We'll let her know that we're here, and we'll stab her right in the front if we have to.
Yeah. We're more of a stab them in the chest kind of guy, not stab them in the back.
Cool. I'm good with that, meter, all that. But can I retcon a moment and say I put on that armor? Is it just a +1 plate?
Yep, and that's not plate. That armor was never plate. It was breastplate.
Yeah, breastplate.
Oh.
It's medium armor. It's less.
Nope, never mind. I'm going to keep mine on then.
Yeah, I think that's how you do it.
What I do?
It's just +1 medium armor.
It's
I'll
a
take
press.
it.
It's a +1 breastplate.
I'll take it.
Go for it.
Yeah.
We would have a month for you to have tried it on.
Yeah.
I mean, you are the son of the king. Not that king, but...
Not that king.
Oh,
Is that the breastplate of Mithras?
Yes.
probably.
Right. Cool. Same.
Awesome. Okay, so I guess we head into the try and meet the queen.
Sounds Gucci.
I kind of hang to the back of the group overall.
All right. As you, who's taking the lead on this one?
it. I'll be up towards the front.
All right. One of
I
the
think Magni
two
should.
guards there look at you
Yeah, Magni.
as they speak out loud to you. We've been waiting for your company. The queen sees fit for your announcement to be arrived here.
It seems the queen has ears all over the lands. Well, lead the way. What is your name, good sir?
As he doesn't say anything, he opens the door. Come, follow us, Dragon Lords.
I'll follow.
We'll follow.
As you guys begin to follow, you pass through. In the distance, you see the temple in the center of the palace grounds. A stark contrast to a simple, elegant, artesian design. The building is covered with ornate engravings and gold statuaries. As you can see, it's unknown to what this temple's dedicated to at this far view. As you see, the Queen Palace is the highest points of Aresia, overlooking the hanging gardens. The architectural is elegant, free ornamentals, beautiful green ivy climbing up to the white limestone walls. Atop the floor, open-air passages where you can often see flickering crimson cloaks as royal guards patrolling the palace. The grounds include several buildings: the main palace, the bathhouse. Surrounding guard towers near the grounds are the guards' barracks as the servants' quarters. The barracks of the Queen's Legion's Royal Guard, as they have a distinct velvet cloaks and trimmed in gold. As you can see, one of the royal guards, a master of masters himself, always keeping a watchful eye on the guards in training, making sure he looks upon you with closer examination, as he is the commander of the royal guard. As he quickly goes back to his tasks at hand. So you eventually ride towards the capital city, likely, as the capital kind of mansion itself. So you arrive there in tow, as you are granted an audience with the Queen. As you hear one of the guards, "Here lies the Dragon Lords, the destroyers of the Titans, and the saviors of Mithros and all Thylia." As they kind of open the curtains and the doors open. As you kind of go into the halls, you can see many guards here, making sure that you're not going to do anything stupid. As you can see her on the throne room, side by side by other individuals. As I see I'll kind of put a picture in the Discord. I might have an art too. Oh yeah, there it is. The same one. Okay. There was one. Well, well. Look who we have here. The famous Dragon Lords coming across to my land once again. As she smiles. I've been waiting an audience with you for quite some time. But you've probably heard rumors and was shying away from us. as you gather to a massive western gate to the city, awaiting an audience of Queen Helia of Aresia. It's a small iron grate built to a massive wooden door swings open. The form of the passageway is long enough for you to enter in a single file. Beyond the gate, you are met by the Queen, who is flanked on either side of 3 royal guards in splendid red capes. As additional, they have the flanks of 50 soldiers standing in the yard away, watching in proceedings, making sure nothing is going to happen. Queen Helia is shorter than you expect, small but delicate, but her bearing is one of confidence and her voice is of authority as she addresses you. Thank you for greeting with us today. What can I aid you in this venture? I've heard rumors you have come here for Narcissus. Is this true?
We have heard tale of Narcissus, but no, that is not our main reason for pilgrimage to your lands. I do have estates out here that must be kept up, and after the Great War in Mithros, I thought it would be good to come back home.
Ah, heritage, connection. Your mother was a saint in these lands. She'll never be forgotten.
You honor my family and my name, Queen. Thank you.
So how may I
What we
help
do?
you this day, Dragon Lords? You come here and you don't even know what to say.
I really don't.
I've come to kill
The Queen
you for
Helene.
no reason.
No. We have come to put the differences of Mithros and Aresis behind us, if at all possible. We know this will not start today, but we hope to open a line of communication with you. And maybe we can put aside old differences and usher in a new way. We have tried to defeat the Titans and send them back. So now it is the age of humans and humanoids to be able to rule this land without the influence. And we need to open communications with us.
War will never stop. Even if it stops between our kingdoms, there will always be war across the seas, the lands, the countrysides, and beyond this realm and the next.
We are not naive. We understand that. We don't hope to stop all war. But having just suffered war on a global scale, we do not wish to invite that again. There is a time of peace, a time for rebuilding, a time for arts and artistry, a time for acceptance, time for new ideas. We need to usher in these things instead of be constantly worried about war.
So
We
you
do not
brought
wish
here
to...
to tell me how to run my kingdom.
No. We wish to just talk to you in open communications. Hello. We are the Dragon Lords.
Yes, I already know that. You are not the speakers of Mithros. He is long dead now. But another will join the ranks of his leadership.
Yes, another ruler will ascend the throne. It is only logical. But there doesn't need to be immediate or built-in hostilities.
We have
Maybe
no
over
war
time.
fronts against Mithros for the time being. With the gods dead, we have other things to deal with. But I thought potentially I would bring you forth an audience with the sovereigns of the Dragonlords, after all. We have a problem of our own, and I was hoping you could solve that.
In the spirit of cooperation and good faith, we will like to hear you out and hear of your problem, and hopefully it's something that we can fix. Again, as a show of good faith.
You have the likeness of your father. Pythor.
Before he started drinking, hopefully.
I heard he died a valiant death.
Unfortunately, he did.
Well, we have our own issues. You've heard of the Mad Warlord Zokrith, have you?
We heard mention of him.
Well, he has somehow come into possession of one of the divine artifacts.
Could you tell us more about these divine artifacts?
Unless he stop, he will raise an army and rival the Titans, and bring back forth a war beyond immeasurable power. He could even become a god. I highly suggest you destroy him. Acknowledge your sovereignty as Dragon Lords. The artifact itself is capable of making one into a god. But
Mad Warlord becoming
he
a
likely
god.
does not know how to use it. But he may learn in time.
If he does become a god, that might be a problem for you and us as well.
Of course.
So-
You are the Dragon Lords. You're the last saviors of Thylia. There are no more Dragon Lords, no more, except for Narcissus. But Narcissus is useless.
How so?
You don't know his story? He had fled upon the Great War 500 years ago. He is my husband, but he is by far one that believes his beauty matters over all else. He does not wish to harm himself or be killed. That is why he left his sisters and brothers to fight a war and nearly died. That is why he's banished from the place where he was brought. And that is why he is home here. He has purpose here. Reasons, of course. But you're not here for Narcissus, like you said. You're here for something else. Like the one individual said. Come home.
We would like to meet him just to express our condolences for the death of his sibling.
We were there when they all passed.
I do believe, by our right as the Dragon Lords, we should speak with this Narcissus.
I will allow you to speak with him, but on the status of our lands. That he will oblige on defeating this warlord and retrieving this divine artifact. For the Queen.
Are we expected to give the artifact back to her? Is that what it's indicated, like above game?
That's what it sounds like.
It sounds like she wants the artifact for herself, yeah. I don't suppose that we can talk to him before, just so we don't accidentally trigger the artifact on the
Well, you
Nat
could say
Centaur.
yes to her now and then fucking betray her. I don't know, it's up to you. But
No.
ideally, she wants to know that you are willing to get rid of this warlord. Depending if you have lawful hearts and you can't lie, then I get it.
I'm not moved, but I'm still not on board of
Yeah, not a problem.
Regis-
I'm also not
Moved
lawful. I'm neutral good. I do good for the goodness sake. I'd not like to lie, but I know the benefit of it at the time, and at this point, I don't know that we're going to counteract or stab her in the back.
Well, I don't want to give her an artifact that will turn her into a god, but I also don't want to just outright commit regicide.
All true.
Well,
Thoughts?
what's to say that we don't, you know, is this artifact only for one person? We were led to believe that most people could ascend to godhood using this artifact.
No, we were led to believe, like above game, taking out Narcissus. Narcissus.
No, we thought that Narcissus had a way towards godhood and divinity.
Yes. I'm gonna assume it's the artifact that he probably lost. Alright, hot take. We say yes to the queen. Without telling
I mean,
her.
we say
we'll
yes
give
to the
her-
queen to appease her, and so we can stay in the
We
city
say
and
yes,
gather
but
information and
yeah.
resources, and then take off.
Yeah, well, we tell her we
That's
will
what we
look
decide to
into
do.
it and our problem. Just don't agree to hand any divine artifacts right now.
And just tell her, hey, we are very battle weary. We have been through the toughest of toughs, and we would like to enjoy the hospitality of your city, and then we will gather our resolve and look into this measure.
Love it.
All right. So, what is your verdict? Who's gonna say it?
I'll let Magni, if usually a white face is better than the satyr face.
Oh my god.
I'm sorry, I'm doing a thing. Can you go ahead and say it?
Sure.
Yep, I'll be glad to. I'll basically say, my queen, we are willing to look into this matter. We are very weary from all the battles I'm sure you know we have been in. And if you don't mind, we would enjoy the hospitality of your city for a couple of days while we gather resources and our resolve. And we'll set out and look into this matter at that time.
Much obliged indeed. Once you do decide to leave, I have a guide for you to arrive you there. Priya will knows the location of this warlord.
Well, that will certainly be very beneficial to our endeavors. Thank you, my queen. We will return to you
When we're
in
ready.
several days' time, and we will collect this Priya and set out.
But if you are interested in Narcissus, really, you're granted to speak to him in person, but he's not allowed to leave. But we have much urgent matters to do, don't we all?
Don't we all?
So you get a
We do.
one-time meeting with him. That's it. But he's not
Well,
allowed to leave.
No problem. We'd be glad to meet with him, and we would like to express, um, you know, his loss, and let him understand what happened, and how epic the battle was, and how they gave their life for the greater.
He might not have the same feelings back. Remember, he was banished.
Right?
Right.
I understand that this is equally for him as it is for us. So
He had no home to go to. Mithros would not take him in. What a shame.
Well, their mistake was your gain.
Of course. I'll be gone. I have much to be had. As the guards maybe open the door as they take you out. As you see one of the guards staring you up and down, making sure that you're not doing anything, as it looks like the lead guard of this place. As you can roll an insight on him if you'd like. Um, you feel like he's hiding something, but he's keeping it to himself, Tamper.
okay, so I'm going to commit that base to memory. So if I ever see him again,
And what color are the royal guards' cloaks? Is it the red?
Velvet cloaks trimmed in gold.
Velvet isn't a color, it's a type.
Yeah, well, it says crimson velvet cloaks trimmed in gold. That's what it says.
Red, okay.
Deep red.
Yeah, they're different red than the ones in there.
Unless you're colorblind, then they're all the same.
Velvet is a type of item or cloth, not a color.
Yeah. I just didn't put the color in. Cooler. All right, we're gonna take a quick fiver. We'll be back at 5. As the night is getting late, as sun is down, dwindling. There's no more light is being sprung around the land of Aresia.
We need to go see our Shadow Council friends.
I don't know if we're ready to meet them emotionally.
This has been quite the day. A lot of revelations, a lot of things found.
I know, right?
But we were kind of summoned, weren't we? Like, we got a letter and everything?
We did. So
It'd be rude and bad form if we didn't.
it will definitely be bad form, and I don't think we should show bad form right now. I'm just concerned
So here's
that
the
they'll
question.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Emperor.
No, go ahead.
No, is that Zardoc, is he the key to getting to Narcissus and the godhood, or is that just a boondoggle? I mean,
The warlord?
do we need to go out there? I mean, it sounded like it, but I mean, is that the path that we need to follow? We came here for 2 reasons: to find Narcissus, find about Ascension, and to free Bugarain's child. So we've kind of hinted on the first one, and then we got the meeting coming up to find out about the second one. So I bet you she's going to give us a quest that's completely different than the one we have. I doubt she's going to want us to kill Zardoc. So it'll be interesting to find out what.
Or she'll ask us to kill Sardog and give the divine artifact to them.
Before we take up anyone, I think that we should use our meeting with Narcissus at some point.
Oh, yes, definitely.
I think we're like powwowing before that meeting.
Mm-hmm.
So what do we need to tell Narcissus besides Calix's nephew? Sorry about your loss. Wink,
We have
wink,
to-
trying to help you.
Well, we got this message from him, right? I mean, this mission from him, right?
No,
Narcissus,
Well, we got it from his supposed first wife, the nymph with the ivory skin. She's the one that came to us, Echelon or whatever, and said that he
Echo.
was being held hostage.
So
And she's the one that kind of spilled the information.
Echo was the almost wife.
And we should
his
make
first
sure
wife,
these rumors of Godhead are true, and we should talk to him first.
I mean, the Queen confirmed that the artifact apparently can get you to godhood.
But didn't the DM say that she was holding something back?
She was holding something back, and like she's obviously not gonna tell us how to use it because she probably wants it for herself.
Or for some other nefarious reason. I just don't trust the lady.
I don't
Her photo
trust
looked
her.
evil.
Reminded me a little bit of Asula from Avatar. Gave me those Asula vibes.
Yeah.
So what I wanted to say is like, yes, we will deal with your centaur problem without telling her we'll get you the trinket. I also don't know if we should take the guide because the guide might try to pull off some shady boo-ha-ha.
I mean, the guide is always going to be an agent of the Queen. We have to go in knowing that, and measure what she says. So,
I'm just
but
saying, if she trips and falls off a cliff, there's nothing we can do about it. Oh, right, we're good.
exactly. Once we find them too, You know, she stepped in front of an arrow for one of us. You know, very valorous, honorable. You know,
I,
who's to
I
say?
met Mr. Shocked. Not that we will do that.
No, but I think we have to count ourselves as a third party and know that there are, you know, at least one or two other parties battling each other. We know the Queen and the Shadow Council are at war for power here. We know
Yeah.
that the Queen has the warriors in number 6, but the warriors in number 11 seem to be more for the people. We can unite the people, but uniting the people is also killing the warlock, the mad warlord. So there's a lot of overlap that seems to be going towards that direction.
Yeah. So
I
our
believe that
common
could be the right
factor,
path.
a common factor seems to be killing the not warlock, warlord. Uh, which I'm down for killing a mad warlord that wants to repeat Sidon 2.0 Electric Boogaloo.
That's pretty easy to get behind in theory. I agree. Yep.
It's just the follow-ups to those I am completely opposed. Like I don't want to give the helm to the item to the queen. I don't know why I convinced myself it's a helmet. In my mind, it is. I don't want to give the treasure to the queen or to anyone else that asks, unless it's like the deal of a lifetime.
No, I agree. In great Greek mythology, the hero ended up using the item that would go anyway. So, I think it's destined that one of us use it and beat them. So, but we just got to do it in a clever way and
Yeah,
find it.
my money's on Magni or Moo.
No, they got the. I mean, you've got a great connection too. I mean,
Yeah, I give
Well,
it to you to be honest.
Magni is supposed to be the king of Mitros once they finish rebuilding.
I could be the king of Mithros. No one asked me what Magni wanted.
Fate, you don't get a choice.
you're right, and that's very important. You need to be behind this and want to do it. Otherwise, it's a hollow appointment.
It is divine fate. The divine fate does not care about consent.
After I've traveled the world and done a few things, maybe I'll settle down and be a king.
Nothing says that you can't say yes and then establish a regency while you travel and see the world.
Guys, you could become a god too. Like a power of
And Tamber's
becoming
thing,
a god to live a long life.
Tamber wants to see the species co-mingle and interchange, living in harmony. Satyrs and humans and minotaurs and centaurs. Oh my!
Downfall is you're gonna have to see war too. Sadly, war will always be a thing.
War will be. I mean, there are barbaric people at the heart still, but at least we'll have mixed armies that kill each other. Be a step in the right direction.
Alright. What do you guys want to do next? As the sun
We'll
is
go back.
dwindling down in the dark.
Alright, so we probably need to meet with the shadowy person first.
Well, you're welcome
Well,
to meet with Narcissus too if you want.
Yeah, let's meet with Narcissus first. It should only be like 10, 20 minutes. We're already here.
Do we know what we want to ask of Narcissus? Because we only get one shot at talking with him.
It's gonna happen today no matter what. It's kind of like they or not.
Yeah.
Alright, let's do it. Let's rip the band-aid.
Yep.
Okay, he is Narcissus. Remember, compliment the fuck out of him. Everything you say is about how good, how awesome he is. Butter him up big time.
Was Adonis his faithful person?
Who's that?
I know, right?
He was always obsessed with the sun god, so I'm gonna say no.
He was his lore was kind of connected to him. Yes.
Oh.
If you pick that path, you would have him as something. But yeah, it didn't really matter in the end of the day.
Okay. Now somebody who's named Narcissus and wants the best of the best. Do we have a gift worthy of a god?
We're not. Stop handing out gifts.
Hey man, right people. Okay, she wasn't as vain as I thought. We didn't know until we met her. But literally, we're going to the guy that Vane is named after. So
You have a mirror.
there we go. Do we? Somebody have a mirror in their possession? I don't.
I don't.
Nope.
Something shiny and polished. You can look at his reflection.
Nope.
Do we have a shield or something like that that's maybe polished
You're
and
not
shiny on the
taking
inside?
shield.
Mm,
Okay, no gift to this.
Yep.
We're the Dragon Lords. We don't need to keep giving gifts to everyone and their mother.
We've given no gifts away.
Exactly.
I like to have the conversation ahead of time, so that way we're not arguing amongst each other in front of them. So, so we've worked it out. No gifts. Okay, I accept that.
Technically, he's not a god anymore. So,
Isn't he?
no, didn't the gods stop becoming gods after the
He can be a dragon.
oath ended?
I mean, this guy's going to be a lot. I don't think you're quite ready for him.
I don't think we have a choice on when to meet him. Let's just try to
Nope.
make the best of it.
He's the god of beauty.
Not the
Beauty!
god of.
Still is.
Now he's the god of. Definitely needs skincare.
They can
Remember,
transform
he's
back.
going to be
They
in
can-
dragon.
They can transform back into a humanoid. They don't have to be a
Oh.
dragon.
Where the Krishna
That's
hopes and
their
dreams.
true form, though. They were dragons.
Compliment the dragon too. Long
Alright.
teeth,
As
sharp,
you
sharp
enter
jaws.
in, as
He
you
can.
come towards the gods, we have been waiting for you. Seems like your lucky day has arrived. Not everybody gets to see this individual come. As they begin to unlock chain after chain after chain.
Is there any reason that he's behind so many chains?
For our queen's safety, he must be kept here.
Is
He's
he
left.
violent, hostile?
As they look at you, not giving an expressionless face. He is valuable.
I don't pull my hammer. I just put my hand on the hilt.
So if you wanted to break him out, you're going to have to fight 500 guards.
Oh no, not for that. Just more of if he comes after us. I mean, we did kill his siblings.
No,
Or
we
get them
didn't.
killed. We got them killed.
Well, listen, this was gonna have the oath was gonna expire,
Yes.
so our hands are clean.
Okay, nephew. You talk to your uncle.
Isn't he also Magne's uncle?
I think.
Twice removed.
Technicality.
Yeah, like twice removed. Anyways, let's just wait for all the chains to be removed from the doors.
Alright, as you guys begin to make your way, you make your way down into the underground levels of the Temple of the Shield. As you descend, you hear the beautiful ethereal voice drifting from below. When you finally reach the bottom, you discover a massive chamber filled with mirrors of all shapes and sizes, hundreds of reflecting surfaces in ornate frames of gold and silver. The floor is layered with the rainbow shimmer of mosaics, as in the center of the room, a bronze dragon curled up on the floor, staring woefully into a large mirror. Seated beside him, a beautiful siren, who pets him gently as she sings soft and mourning melodies. As you enter, the dragon lifts his head, noticing you as he scrambles to his feet, eager and excited. As he lifts his head, extending his wings, and preening and posing. Ah! Welcome to the Chamber of Beauties, my friends. I am called Narcissus. We have much to discuss. as it's been a long time since he had any guests.
Lord Narcissus, it is such an honor to meet you. You've had the privilege to meet others of your kin. It's good to see you, my lord.
I see. You are the Dragon Lords. It is a pleasure to meet you all. I have heard much about the Dragon Lords. It is very interesting to see you all. I haven't had any guests in a long time, as you know, depression is quite an evil trait. But what can I help you with, anyways? As he smiles towards you.
Are you still a god? All the other gods lost their godhood and they are now mortal.
I've noticed that. My form transformed back, as that is a sign of the oath is long past. I had felt a presence in the waves as a month ago. I had wept a little bit, knowing that my brothers and sisters are no more. But it is what they wished to do with their lives, and I had chosen mine. Of course, you could say what I had done was brash and reckless and was disgraceful, and I agree. But I believe my life is much of a greater purpose than dying a war for a war that I was not willing to part my life with.
We all make our choices. But are you seeking to reclaim your divinity, Narcissus?
My
Or
as he looks, he's confused. My
it
godhood.
seems like he doesn't know.
You mean?
Yes, your godhood.
I would love to be a god again, of course. My beauty would come tenfolds. The lost and divine luster once possessed, I can only merely turn into a human, but not my former beauty. I would love to be a god again. It would be great. But I've been spending a few years here communing with my mother. She had discovered.
Your mother?
Yes, my mother, Belmetria.
Your actual mother?
Of course.
Didn't she die?
We dragons can commune beyond lifespans. She had told me there was a secret to becoming a god, and I would gladly help you heroes become gods too, of course, and assist you to get there. She wishes another line of Dragonlords to take the seat, for the future is untold. Depending if
Forgive
you
me
want
for
to be a
being
god.
blunt, but what's the catch?
Well, I require some powerful items to perform this ritual. I require... Well... There are two people I need for this ritual. An individual named Cadicus and Ambrosia. And the Promethean fire.
And where would we find that?
I do not know where those two are, but I do know the Promethean fire. I can give you a location where it could be found.
So, there's a lot of guards around here, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's not
But
just
he
all
likes
of
chill
us.
and relax. He feels like at home. You feel like he doesn't want to leave, actually. He likes it here. He gets what he wants. He gets to look at himself all day. But he does miss being a god.
So can I try to stealthily cast a spell?
If you want.
I think I would like to.
Oh my god.
I would like to include the 5 of us and Narcissus.
He resists.
And wanted to be able to talk to him telepathically without having to communicate to see if we could see what he truly wants without having to say it in front of everybody
There's
else.
no guards here. You're just there with him, and the fake creature. That's
Oh, I
with
asked
him,
that.
too.
Sorry.
Well, maybe we should ask the fake teacher to give us a room.
She's singing, keeping him happy. But if you want.
Okay, well, for the next hour, I mean, I cast the spell.
Okay.
So if he resists it, he resists it. But for the next hour, we can telepathically communicate with each other. Whatever that's worth.
I heard the story of Mithras being destroyed. Well, honestly, between you and me, I could care less for it. As he's being bluntly true. He doesn't care about Mithras. Mithras didn't care about him 500 years ago.
It got hit pretty hard, but Mithras is more than just the stone buildings, and those can be rebuilt.
I don't even care about Aresia either. But I like the queen. She tends to my ever needs. Compared to my last wife. As you can tell, he's very into himself.
Who was your last wife?
Oh, I don't remember her name. It's been so long.
Of course.
You must have cared for her dearly.
Out of time, I suppose.
Wives, am I right?
Yes. But I am now being treated like, well, a king. As I should be.
Don't you just get out of one room?
I enjoy staring at them on myself. And anything I wish I can come with. I don't need to be out there. The world's cruel and destructive. Disgusting.
But you're so beautiful. Is the world deprived of your beauty by being locked in here? Wouldn't it be great to be admired by everybody else as long as look at your own mirror along the
I
way,
could be
but
killed.
let people.
I do not wish to die. Not like my sisters and brothers. Died for
We can protect
a
you.
dumb
We're
reason.
the heroes of the realm.
Your siblings died to titans, which are no longer among us.
There's just not a titan to kill you.
I do not.
You should be the apex predator right now. Who's going to stop
I
you?
am not a warrior. I'm not a fighter. I'm a lover.
Well, give in to your wildest inclinations. What if you feasted on
I
the same person for the last
enjoy
500 years? There's a
what-
whole world out there for you.
He looks at you. Whatever you were saying to me is not buying me any favors. I can grant you godhood as long as I become a god as well. And I am pretty nice and comfortable here. I don't see fit to leave this place. I have everything I need here. Why
Except your god.
leave it for a new life that is going to be tragic and awful? People here, disgusting. You've seen what Mithras was like.
We can fix it.
Okay, so the
Take
spell
your
kind of
lifetime. People will always hate you.
finally kicks in. You guys don't maybe realize that you have it on you, but you hear inside your head, this guy is not the guidance we need. This guy is only going to bring us down. He's not going to lift us up. I am willing to forego Godhead to put this guy behind us and worry about finding Moo's daughter. At this point.
Definitely seems only self-serving.
Narcissus only really cares about himself. He doesn't care about anybody else. And that's probably why
That's
he's
self-serving.
Yeah, we don't need this guy to ascend to Godhead. Even if the rest of us do a good job, we're always going to have one asshole like this bringing us down.
Yeah, well,
Maybe the time of
what if you
gods
die
is done.
and then you can't
Maybe
come
the
back to
time
life?
of people.
Being a god, you can't die.
They can.
Well,
We've
you
shown.
can. Yeah, but it takes a lot of power to kill them.
Yeah, we can sleep them for 1,000, let them in the ketamine worry about each other. Long be gone. Pass it on to the next generation. That's how we do it in North America. I mean, in Dahlia or whatever, Theros.
Anyways, is this all you required of me?
Could you tell us about this ritual? At least a little bit of it, other than these
So-
3 items that you need.
It
How does
only
it work?
works with me. That is the only way you can become a god. I don't. The Promethean fire is somewhere at the bottom of the Cerulean Gulf, hidden within a legendary sunken city of the Sirens. But for the others, I don't know where they come from. You'll have to figure out that on your own. Oh, that's a quest, actually.
I'm just thinking to myself, this guy wants us to risk risk everything.
He's gonna make you a god as well, but some of you guys don't want to be gods, so...
You know what? I'm not fully convinced that he'll actually keep his word.
I thought at one time it was what we deserved for being saviors of the realm, but we are not saviors of the realm. We were saviors of a city. And the rest of the realm is indifference to us. So I don't
The
know.
Dragon Lords are not immortal. The dragons that ride them are. But you could become a god. You could become a Dragon Lord. You can become something greater than your own life. Why do you not want that? You have already slain beasts and creatures. Don't you want more adventure? Don't you want prosperity for the rest of your life? Or do you want to live a sad, poor life? Be forgotten?
Yeah. Bad life. That's something to think about.
There's that wish, this artifact, and they may obtain it eventually. And I'm willing to give it to those that deserve it, the very finest Dragon Lords. That is a gift I would give to you for my fallen brothers and sisters. I wasn't given a choice. I was born, and I was not happy with my life. But if I must live in this world, I will enjoy it to its fullest. And if I can convince you to become a god with me, then why not?
We'll give
When
it
was the
some
last
thought.
time you communicated with Balmitra?
It looks at you. A few years ago, I suppose. But rumors have come up, and one's bored, and one's lips can be unshut after a while. I tell my queen everything. She is my queen after all. And she gives me anything I wish. She does not wish for me to be harmed or hurt. I am her treasure, and she is my lady. We are bound. As marriage would be, of course.
Of course.
So in your heads again, you hear timbre. Do you think he means that clone of Balmitra, or do you think he actually knows the real one?
Not sure.
Those hours are late. As you know, you only have so much time before you meet with the Shadow
Yeah.
Masters.
Go. Let's go meet the Shadow Master. I don't think there's anything else that we can gain from him.
Like in your head, you're like moves like, whatever, guys.
Shall we?
Yeah, I think we're done here.
Alrighty. Thank you for your time.
My
Your
pleasure.
Dragon
Enjoy your mortal life.
We'll get back to you on the whole godhood thing.
As the door closes and seals for another lifetime. Chains and locks being placed on it as you are escorted upstairs. So you hear the singing in the distance of the fake creature.
I do want to point out that I do have Halilakala with me here. He's my little dragon wormling. He is the one that had been taking care of all the little dragons. But now I have no dragon for him to take care of. That he's just kind of along my shoulder, kind of like a little cape, or not a cape, but more a scarf.
I forgot your dragon died.
Yeah, my dragon died. Guppy Eevees is the only one that survived.
Wait, yours died?
Well,
I didn't think it did.
we only had 2 dragons.
I turned into
Yep,
one,
and
but yeah.
one died.
Yeah, the one she was riding on died in combat.
I had used it to attack with, trying to up our odds. Yeah.
Yeah.
It gave us ability for us to live.
That's true.
But Halakala is still a bronze dragon wormling wrapped around me and keeping an eye out and smell out for
that's your
eggs.
summon. That will never die.
Can you look for another egg? Or is it a one and done?
You can, but it might take a long time. And then going through the process of getting it to a full adult again.
I have nothing else to do.
It would be longer now because the Dragon Lord's pact is gone.
Not now.
Still never found a dragon for myself.
Well, I think Magni has a fucking Pegasus that he never used. He can call upon it and whistle for whenever he needs it.
Well, it does have its own wing and boots, so.
I forgot.
Timber had a chariot, if anybody was interested.
Oh, yeah, true.
Yeah, it just takes an 2 slot.
Oh yeah, the big old golden chariot.
Well, Well, you guys got dragons, like from the actual Dragon Lords, so you got to ride them for battle perspective. But they're
Like
they're
end
def-
game, I want another one.
Hey, you'll probably get another one eventually. Never know what you come across. Maybe you'll find one that's fully grown. Or obviously your levels will unlock your own flying dragon eventually for your class.
So,
Anyways, so
Alright, so where are we meeting the Shadow Master?
number 8, Shadow Temple. Isn't that it?
Okay.
Is that where we're meeting him?
Is that where we're meeting this person that sent us the mystery letter?
well, it's sent to Silas, but yeah.
To the Temple of Shadows we go.
Let's go read all Hyros' history of blood and greed. Shadow Temple.
Someone's breathing hard.
If I remember last time, there wasn't anyone in the courtyard.
Yeah, shall we knock on the door?
I mean, it was daytime then, now it's dark.
The doors
Sushi.
are... No one's there. As long as you know these shadows, they are not usually waiting for you. You kind of make your own entrance. As they will always know you're coming.
Just open the door and let ourselves in. Again, they're expecting us.
They are, and I walk authoritatively.
There we go.
Is it still within the hour, or is it taking us longer to walk here?
It just takes you longer, usually. But you're
Well,
coming
no,
there
like
any-
to get.
You're coming there anyways.
That
within-
spell,
with-
basically. Is that spell still active? That's basically what I was asking.
Oh yeah, then it's gone.
Okay, fair enough. Thank you.
Okay, so we just walk in.
No. Remember, don't agree to anything, and just stay relaxed.
I'll let you guys take the lead. You guys know how important this is, and I know I'm not the best with the words, especially the big words.
You have a. They have your kid, so you're my kid.
Yes, I'm a little lopsided on that, and I know that. You might see her clench her fists a little bit more. Her jaw clenches a bit, kind of a little shifty-eyed, uneasy.
Oh look, Silas is unconscious.
Yeah, I haven't really updated this one. I left that when you guys were here last time.
Yeah, Xylus is dead. Come on, Xylus, come back. You got it. There we go.
Hey, Joe.
I don't know why my character's red.
Timber would have had light. He always casts light on something. Oh, he can. Never mind. Nope.
I'm gonna
Yes or
cast
no?
light. Don't worry. It's just because these tokens haven't been updated in like 6 months.
It's been a while since we've been here.
Been a while. All right. Well, I did put light on him, but I don't know if you can see.
Everybody should then.
Yep, I'm good. I can see everything.
It's dark here. That's why. But anyways, yeah. So you arrive towards the shadow, the Grand Master of the Shadow. She obviously, the individual looks at you. Welcome back, Dragon Lords. You've done a fine job in Mithros. You've took obliged to our deal since then.
What was the scope of our deal last time? Kill
You
the
were-
queen for...
Regicide for a child.
You would kill the queen and free the people of our land from this torment. And you shall receive your child back tenfold.
Tenfold? You're gonna give him 10 children?
She is a exceptional warrior. She's obtaining many skills.
Mugarine wishes nothing more than to be reunited with her child. So,
She is. She's
what
currently
exactly
not here
is
at the
the...
moment. She's on a journey.
What kind of journey?
She is training to become a Shadow Master. She wishes it from her own words.
Clench, clench.
It's
As
the only way to do this.
Yep.
Just by killing the queen.
Yes. Once she is killed, then all is well. To be truthful, we have been keeping a close eye on her. We know her students worship Lotharia. Even after her death, they still believe in her, the mistress of death. I even had 3 captives being tortured for information. The Queen of Aresia is not what is you seem. She has long expected this, and turned a blind eye to countless people that require aid. She only thinks for herself. I am here to free the people of Aresia.
what is your plan for Aresia when the queen falls?
A new
Why do you
order will
think
take
you're
over.
fit?
I will oblige our Shadow Council to take closer measures upon royalty of the next generation.
And how do we know that the people you want to put into power aren't worse than the current queen?
You won't have a war upon you.
It
We
doesn't
have
mean
the
that this
one now.
country will be safe.
Nothing is completely sold and sour. I could easily give your child back and you would do nothing and let the queen rule here and not care about the people of Aresia. Let them suffer. I've grown tired of this selfish queen. She needs to be overthrown. She needs to be waned.
Isn't there a way that you can help the people from your current station?
If we act and kill her ourselves,
Not saying kill her. Not saying kill her. I'm just saying that in theory, you could help the people of the
do
city.
you not understand?
Yeah.
She is working for the one you defeated.
Could you be a little more specific?
Yeah, but if Lotharia is already dead, what does it matter?
Yeah.
It matters
So
more.
they should-
There's new worship and new laws.
No,
new
who?
leadership, a
Who?
new pact, and a new path will be carved out. You've heard of the warlords. He seeks to become a god. Don't you understand? Their line is done, but a new line will come forth and take its place. The circle
How do
will
we
never
know?
end.
How do we
Always.
know that you're
Power
just
of horror is a vacuum. It'll always fill itself. But you need to know the pieces. Who's ultimately going to be right for the people? That's what we crave.
Omar, what you have?
I'm just wondering, like, how do we know that she's not just telling us these things that we basically want to hear, so we will do what she's asking for? Like, how do we know that she's not just spinning?
We,
Oh yes, the queen is serving
yeah,
Lutharia because she knows we hate Lutharia.
exactly. She doesn't. I mean, short of a zone of truth, which no one's going to agree to, we've got no clue. So it is about the feels, how we read it, whatever the greater good is.
She spared. Well, if you think about it, Mugrain's daughter is a beast. She could have killed the beast, but she didn't. She didn't even. She brought it into her family. And she was lost.
She did get something out of it, so it's not like she did it out of the kindness of her heart.
But if
Yeah,
there's
making
way of
making her a member of a
leverage
shadow cult.
yeah, but you don't
Who
know.
knows if Mugrain's daughter will be willing to leave once we do get her back.
That is a fear I have also.
It's a cool concept too. If you do get her back, you could, if you ever die, Mugrain, you could play her instead.
Or we can just pay for a lot of therapy so she can get deprogrammed.
Yeah.
We have been loyal to the throne, but this is beyond our measure. I do not serve this queen any longer.
Hey guys, I'm
Okay.
sorry. I'm gonna bow out. I'm really not feeling that hot.
All right, it's okay.
Good man.
Thank you for being here as long as you could, man.
Take
Yeah,
care.
man. You do you.
And good luck
Yeah.
next week if we don't speak to you.
Yep.
You guys next week.
Love you,
See ya.
man.
Take
Big
care.
Take
love
care,
and
man.
energy.
Feel better.
Ah, so sad. But I guess we're pretty much done here. We know what they want.
So they just called us here to ask us a follow-up question about the deal they already asked. Is that why you called us here?
Of course, we want to know that you're still interested.
Your offer is still being considered. Is that the question?
Well, I'm assuming the one that wants their daughter back is willing.
It's still a group decision.
It seems like that's one of the paths we're going anyway.
And
We'll see how it goes.
yeah, we'll play it by ear.
We'll consider the offer.
Definitely on the table. Any other adjectives, you guys, or synonyms?
We'll have to investigate and make sure we're making the decision based off of our own understanding of what's going on.
We'll have all people talk to your people.
The next time we
Remember,
meet, it would be the last.
that's ominous.
You know, if you wanted to make the decision easier for us, a token of good faith would have gone a long way.
Not to you. You're outsiders.
Yeah, we're getting that a lot. From you, the queen.
I mean, if the Shadow Council is so powerful, why not take out the Queen yourself?
They said they could.
If they did,
That's
they
not-
would easily be into a front of war. There would countlessly, probably lots of them. And then there would probably be this... they don't want to see Aresia go into its own war with each other. They want an outsider to do it, and do it well. And sadly, the blame is probably going to go to Mithros, honestly.
Mm-hmm. Which means we might be starting a war against Mithros.
Or if you somehow conveyed it upon the warlords that's going on. But you would have to do it in a manner of potentially taking on the warlord. And seeing potentially he's an assassin. I don't know. There has to be some kind of correlation. There's a lot going on in Aresia. It's not as easy as Mithros, because you're not from this land.
Moo, do you want to ask anything?
No, I really can't without being emotional at this stage.
Well, as long as you don't charge in bull rushing, I think we're fine.
The only thing I'd want to do is see my daughter, and they already said that they were away training. Nope.
Is there a way we could arrange that? As a gesture towards Moograde.
No. Our training regiment is very secretive.
I'm not asking you to bring us to wherever your training is.
She will not be back until she completes her mission. This is by her choice. And she's telling
You are her master. Are you not?
She thinks it's her choice, but she was so young. It's been so long. You might have brainwashed her. She was a good child. She was sweet and loving, liked picking the flowers and helping the little insects.
If it wasn't for me, she would be killed by now.
I doubt that. None at all. I do not doubt that. Sorry.
I brought her new life here.
But is it what she really wants to do, or just what you want her to do? To keep her here? She was such a good girl. I've known her, her whole life, that I know that she would not have chosen
Then
this
why
life
did you
for
leave
herself.
her?
I didn't! I went out hunting to feed our tribe. When I came back, there was no one there. I stayed there for 5 days, hoping that someone would come back. I could not stay any longer and wait for the cold trail, or the trail to go any colder. That I had to leave when I left. That I only left because I was trying to find her
And
and
she was
our
stolen
family.
and sold into slavery. What a shame.
I know, I've done my best, and it is not good enough. But in the same token, I know who that child is. That she was such a good, sweet child. I'd like to give her that chance again.
You will, once you have done the job of task. She is serving a better life and a better purpose for the time being than being locked
But
away
no,
in a cage.
you said that it was her choice. I do not believe that. I think it is just what you thrust on her. Just clarifying.
I am telling the truth. It's what she wants. She wants to be strong for her mother.
We shall see.
Does she even know her mother is here? Or looking for her?
She does. But she understands. She has a purpose now.
This is a purpose you gave her, not what she got herself. Her purpose was to rule our clan after I was gone.
Well,
I was raising her to be a leader.
She was sold into slavery, brought all the way to Aresia, and sold again. I saw her on the streets, and I gave her new life.
We shall see.
If she was in Mithros, she would be treated into the arena and probably killed. Or even worse. You're lucky that you found her here, or you would be searching for her to your last dying breath.
Okay. I think we got everything we're gonna get from here. For now.
Be careful for those that you trust. If you really trust the queens, then you are fools.
I haven't said I trust the queen. But I will take your word. I will be very careful who I trust.
Alright, you guys leave?
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't think there's anything else.
Yeah.
Sorry, you know.
It's a tough time. I am very agitated. Of course, you see me almost seeing red. I might just turn into a dire bull if you don't let me calm down a little bit. Man, what a tough spot to be in.
Yeah. Not sure. Not completely sold on either side of as of yet.
I think we should go head back to our tavern, get settled for the night, and listen to some of the
Look,
gods, see if they like the queen anymore.
I think we should be at the tavern tonight.
Well, you still have that place up in 18 now. You can
Yeah, we have
the estate
Magni's
now.
thing.
I get that, but don't we want to be near the local people? At least a few people, or maybe have a good dinner and a long drink afterward before we head to 18. Just see if we pick up the mood of the town.
Sure.
Sounds good. Amber's always down.
Place open, and there's gonna be a lot of people probably trying to get read on us while we're in public.
Very possible, but let's put on a good show. I'll be happy. Everybody's enjoyable. We encourage everybody. We tell a few little stories here.
The drinks and splendors of being upon the tavern seem full, as drinks are for copper pieces. For you lads of the Dragonlords, you are drinking here for free. Rooms are free, and meals are on the house. As the fame has gone wide across the realms of your countless acts, as some speak, as they want to hear the tales of how you defeated Sidon, and how did you manage to defeat the 100-armed creature Kentamane.
I mean, that's a Calix Xylus story right there.
Yes, please tell us the story.
Yes, Silas, tell the story. Actually, we have a bard. Well, Silas is left.
Do we?
Do we?
No, the bard would be all too happy to jump forward and regale the entire bar with the tale of
Yeah, roleplay for
how
us.
we defeated.
I want to hear this this poetry.
Well, I'm not really. I'm an instrumentalist, so I'll convey mood and theme and darkness and stuff like that. But for the most part, he does just play his panpipes and kind of kick and dance his feet.
That's what I like. So how does it go? How's the story go?
Well, I've kind of been working on this song. Maybe I'll try it now. I started it early in the campaign. I only wrote the first verse, but I think I found my voice now. It's called Muck and Mire. The song is, I must drag, or his poetry is, I must drag my body through this muck and mire, gather branches for its funeral pyre, twigs I would rather twist into nest, or whittle wooden wings and fly. But they said the prophecy must be fulfilled, no matter the cost, no matter whose blood is spilled, or rip down their defenses and throw the wood on the funeral pyre. I'd call on my lords, but they can't help me now. I'd fall on my sword if I only knew how. To believe there's nothing above, only absence of breath, of hatred and love. But it was born into me, and if I can't burn it out, I will forge all my swords into blades of a plow, and toil all my days in those fields of fire, and I will welcome those flames in a funeral pyre.
Well done, well done! Beautiful, beautiful! As they marry you with coins and money. As, roll me a d20 and see how much money you get. $11 gold pieces. As they have spread across the tables, offering you what coin they have. As they drink merry and joyful, knowing that you told them a rather interesting story, nonetheless.
And I'll invest all that money back into it. I'll spend it all buying drinks, buying food, things like that for everybody.
Ah, the Dragon Lords treat us really well. Much obliged, much obliged.
And basically, I'll just stay up and keep the party alive until the wee hours and crawl back into my room.
Alright. Yeah, they stay up until like 3 in the morning partying. Anybody else doing anything?
Moo take a moment and kind of walks around the room, taking a moment, talking to everybody, greeting them as much as she can, trying to not politician it, but be engaged with the area and group, trying to get a feel for the town.
Everybody seems happy and joyful. Some older folks are not so displeased, as obviously how the economy has faltered over the countless months to years. But you can tell, of course, that is kind of a basis for every place. Nobody really talks about the Queen, as they do not wish to be shouted at or complied by her, as they're afraid of her, if anything. Most people don't even talk about the Shadow Council, as they are afraid to be assassinated in the night. As many people have kept their words shut and only talk about the warlord that has been bringing up a war front, as they're afraid that Aresia's walls will not hold when it comes down to it. But nothing correlating towards either or of the information that you seek.
No one's indicating the army of the warlords any bigger than we've heard otherwise. It's not 10,000 we've heard and now it's 100,000 they say, or is that just hearsay or nothing?
No one really knows. A lot of people have obviously speculated the armies of him are vast, but no one really knows particularly prior to it. But if you want, we can roll on the table for lore rumors if you want another d20.
I would love to.
Yeah, do it, everybody. Alright, for 11. Narcissus is no longer making his monthly public appearances anymore. Queen Helia has offered no explanation for his absence.
The Narcissus had monthly visits.
Public meetings, yeah,
Appearances.
appearances.
I'm guessing that's why he's all chained up.
I mean, he's a dragon now. Can he
You know-
go human?
Yeah,
Oh, he's just not
Yeah.
as happy about it. How
He's not,
how
he's
he
not
looked.
as once he was what he looked like, because he's not a god anymore. As Mugrain, you hear armies of centaurs and gigantics have been gathering the force. They have been called together by the mad warlord Zokruth. Well, a new monster that you've probably never heard of. Well, they're basically Gigans, but yeah. But as a
fine.
more of a as a whole. The Shield Monks have won the armed combat event every week for an entire year. The people are starting to wonder if it's rigged. And Silas, the Queen's servants say that the treasury in the palace is haunted by an ancient ghost. As Calyx, you hear, after 500 years, the Grand Master of Tranquility is still searching for the perfect olive. Everyone thinks he's crazy.
I say we find that perfect olive.
I think we should.
Clearly the most important task.
It's always the random things that get you. Maybe this
Actually,
olive is
Tamber
a
wants to
lotion.
go up.
Sorry.
Tamber wants to go up to Moo, knowing that she's got a gladiator background. Say, hey, looks like there's fights that are happening here. Want to try to win some money? Or somebody that's on an incredible streak, if you were to knock them off, you'd win all kinds of money.
I don't want to overplay my hand, though. I wouldn't mind going to support the local arena, though.
Nah, don't even show up if you're not going to fight. It's cool. Keep our distance for now.
What do you guys want to do? Is there anything that you guys want to pursue from here?
Well, the next day you guys can explore some more areas and avenues if you like. But if you...
Yeah, we can head back to the villa for now and make our decision tomorrow.
That's good.
Down for that?
Anyone else want to do anything? If not, we'll take a long rest.
Long rest of this?
Alright. Let's take your long rest as the next day springs before you. Nothing has conspired or happened, merely just more rumors as you get a breakfast started down below as the meals are free. It's given to you, the famous Dragon Lords. Eggs and sausage and ham, fresh veggies and beyond. Where do you want to go next?
Yeah, I'm not sure exactly. Which way are you guys leaning?
You've investigated what's on the eastern side of the port. Maybe we should investigate some of the buildings around here. Do we know what's number 10?
The Wind Shrine.
It's Wind Shrine. Do you want to go there?
But I don't know that we've been there. This is close
I don't
to.
think we have.
But do we need to? Are we on a time limit of anything, though?
No. I guess I'm not really sure how to play this one. And I think you have the most invested move brain.
True, but in the same token, we're almost missing half our people.
Yeah, I don't want to make a big decision.
Yeah, it's so tough. I'd like Evie to be here. I know that Dupree's got some operation or something going on next week that he's probably not going to be here, but it is big decisions right now. Like, I don't know that I want to go for the Warlord just yet, especially not if we don't have our friend. We still need to kind of explore a bit. We're not ready to kill the Queen.
Yeah, I'd kind of like to just collect information throughout the town, using my renown, using my fame, talking to people, smiley, glad handing, just talking to everybody who's willing to listen and get a general feel for what the city's going through and who they're talking about. If they're talking about liking the Queen, not liking the Queen, I just want to get a general temperature if I can.
I'll be down with that. What about you, Silas?
Oh, it's fine with me. Didn't feel like rushing into another big mission yet, anyway.
Yeah, but I'd like the idea of doing the number 10, get the Temple of Elements, just figure out what's going on there. That's a pretty high vantage point.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's 9. 10 is the Wind Shrine.
The Wind Shrine, sorry. But yeah, Temple of Elements also would not be bad along that way or after.
Yeah.
Yeah, sounds interesting. Shall we do the Wind Shrine first?
Yes.
It's closer.
Sounds good.
You guys begin to make your way across the Wind Shrine. The Wind Shrine, seated on the hill, the northwestern corner of the city, appears to be fortified temple that overlooks the surrounding landscapes, giving a clear view for miles. As you approach, you hear the ringing of a dozen wind chimes, as the shrine serves as a base of 1,000 scouts who patrol the woods beyond Aresia, as General here shares commands of the scouts, the Temple of the Swords, as they work together. The chime serves as an indicator of a robust trade winds. Those stationed here must grow accustomed to the constant jingling of the chimes. When the chimes grow quiet, it's usually a sign of calm before a storm. It's the horns of the war. The shrine's house is large as bronze horn. It's used to recall the scouts, the wilderness. The horn is blown twice. The keepers of the seals of the river gates. And when the horn is blown thrice, the warriors of Aresia scramble to their posts and line the walls with spears, as the horn is a gift the city by Sidon, which is held in place by a large statue of the Storm Titan. Sailors often visit the statue to pay their respects before sailing on to long voyages.
Yeah, no, there's no more.
As the commander of 1,000 scouts are scattered in the wilderness, you can see a general there. Obviously, he has the hardest job of keeping the city. She takes pride in her work. Decades of the job's taking a toll of her. She's mostly deaf due to the being stationed here by the wind chimes. She looks forward to each week of the tournaments being held.
Above game, has anybody watched Good Place?
The Good Place?
Yes.
Yeah.
The wind chimes make me think of Janet's made-up boyfriend, Derek, and his genitalia to begin with. It's wind chimes. We're trying to figure this out.
Oh god, no, I can't see it. Now I'm pretty sure Derek is running around here.
I do too.
Never seen
Eating olives. He might have the perfect
You
olive.
might have the perfect olive, you're right.
All right.
Sorry.
Is there anything else you want to do here?
So they like the battlegrounds. We were told that what was it? The number 11 guys were winning too much, or not?
The shield. The shields were winning too much.
6.
Okay, 6 was winning too much, and that it seems like they might be rigging it. Do these people feel the same?
Cheating.
We can ask the commander, but she seems to be deaf.
I mean, we have a person that can cast a spell that can talk to someone's mind. Mind to
What do you mean
mind.
here? She's not. She's like
That's
that.
true.
You just have to shout.
So yeah, just shout at her, guys. I'm
Amber,
looking
go
at
ahead
you.
and shout. Is anyone gonna shout?
Hey, so
Okay, Tamber will shout, "Hey! We've come here to see this great vantage of the city and understand your ways and how you battle the storms."
She looks at you with disgust, and she's like, "We are busy. We're on duty. My name is Jenna Nobi. What can I aid you with besides this foolish task?"
No, I don't mean to interfere with your duty. That's not my intention. We are just on tour of the city, checking out this historic landmarks. Other people want to visit the gardens and stuff, but we like to see the fortiments, the battlements, the hardworking people. We know who truly defends the city and who protects it. And we're just interested in your craft, in your work. We do not mean to interfere or just getting the guy to the town. It took us a long time to get up here. There's so many cutbacks. I mean, good lord, it's a hike. I think when you get up here, you'd be a little bit more. But no, I don't mean to. I'm sorry.
You are the Dragon Lords.
We are.
Yes, we are. I'm sorry.
I'm interested in potentially a job. This is a little bit out of the equation for most people to ask the Dragon Lord for a task. Would you
Nonsense, please.
be interested in?
By all means, what troubles you?
Well, this is quite embarrassing, and she blushes a little bit. But I was wondering if you could help me speak to Hirio. He is the leader of the Temple of the Swords. Do you know of him?
I think we
Yeah, we
met.
met him.
Oh yeah. We met him the other day. He was a cool guy.
I was wondering if you could help him. Well, he wishes to regain his restored honor. I've tried for decades to, well, this is usually unorthodox, as, well, the men usually do it, but I have tried for years and years and years to potentially be wed with them, but he wishes not to, until his honor is restored.
His hand.
His hand and the blade, I'm sure.
Mm-hmm. You wish for us to get them back?
Restore his honor. With his honors restored, we can finally be wed. It's been decades, and he refuses each time.
Okay, so above game, I'm like, is he just not that into you?
No, they like each other very much, but he's
It's the
very
honor thing.
samurai man.
Very
Okay.
macho thing.
So we don't happen to have the adamantium hand anymore we could give him, do we?
No.
Oh, that would have been awesome.
He has an arm. It's just not a real arm.
Like, how do we just have to defeat the guy?
Yeah, he wants and likely bring his sword back.
And his sword is with the
The
warlord.
big boy.
So
I mean,
everything leads back to the warlord.
Yeah, everything comes back to him.
Does seem to be the center of everything.
You know what? I want to say yes to her because it's love. It's the nicest thing we encounter in this hellhole of city.
True.
Yeah, we can't give her a definitive answer. Just a general yes. We'll keep our eyes open, and if we do find it, we'll return it to you.
Well, we know where it is if we talk to the store guy.
There's still more to gather. We know that this is now a thing, though.
Yeah. I will tell her that we'll look into hopefully restoring his honors, because I would love to see her story play out and see some happiness in the world.
I agree. Oh, dude, your mom's house looks so cool from here.
That's Max. But yeah.
You're right, but I'm kind of picking on the group there.
Yes.
Yes.
You can say his half brother, or cousin, or whatever.
You think if I were to
Second
turn into the
cousin.
ape, I could jump right into the pool?
Do not.
Don't do that.
It's not a pool to swim in. It's like a koi
Okay.
pond or kind of for fish.
Okay, I won't do it.
Thank you.
But do you think I could? I mean, theoretically. Barring no consequences.
If I give you levitate.
Oh, he wants to go all in.
Oh, no.
Nose dive
They've
No.
got a platinum piece here. What do you think? I mean, I think I could. Bet you I
No.
could.
No.
Theoretically.
No.
I mean, I'm not going to try it, but
I
I'm just
appreciate
saying.
you. I appreciate your enthusiasm, but no.
Why do you think I couldn't do it? Or you just don't want me to do it?
I just don't want you to.
Fair enough.
Not my jam, but I don't want to put you on this one.
Moo just continues walking.
Yeah, I think we're done here.
Or do you want to go next?
I think we talked about
yeah.
number 9, the Temple of Elements. We're just trying to get everybody's feel, figure out everything in the town.
As this temple is located near the center of the city, its bustling heart of the market district. From the inside is heard of crushing rocks and crackling fire, splashing of water, and the rushing of wind. This temple teaches the tradition called the Way of the Four Elements. They focus on the elemental techniques of controlling air, water, earth, and fire. Unlike the other temples, the students here are less combat focused. Instead of helping with the marketplace and city maintenance as the water and earth specialists, help ensure the market runs smoothly, and assisting with stocks and boat traffic. Many of the monks are tasked with managing the city's vital utilities, including the aqueducts, masonry, lighting, and dousing the torches, and many more. While the elemental monks are not highly respected as warriors of Aresia, they are seen as vital city day-to-day operations. As you see an imposing presence as you arrive here, the first time in a long time, you see a Minotaur. As he seems to be the Grand Master of the elements here.
Oh,
So you see a tall, broad, even by Minotaur standards. As he has trained many people here, keeping a watchful eye for smugglers. Greetings, how can I help you? My name is Taurus. Pleasure.
pleasure is all ours. Sorry, you're just a breath of fresh air right now.
That is good to hear. What can I help you with?
We're just exploring the town. We're the Dragon Lords. Don't know if you heard of us.
I've heard of one. Moograin.
Oh, just pat moving in the back, like right here. Look, man.
He
I heard of you.
stands way bigger than a normal Minotaur. He's big. He's like those ones that you fought in the temple. He's just big, naturally big boy.
Oh, so you've heard about us.
Yes.
I heard of you.
I've heard about your upbringing and how you became a Dragon Lord. It is good to see the bestial folk into that line.
It was not what I was trying to do, but it is what I had to do.
I've heard stories of Mithros, not accepting our kin. Here I am brought as an equal.
Actually, Mithros is much better than here with acceptance. Truth. Now.
I would never return to a place that had enslaved our kin for countless centuries. But I'm glad to see a Dragon Lord Minotaur. It makes me smile deep within my heart. What can I help you today?
As my friend said, we are just on a tour of the town. We had met with your queen just yesterday. We're just trying to see what you guys got going on, what we can do to help. And I kind of smack my friend Timbre and say, hey, I'm not the only one that's a bestial that has now been a dragon lord, that we're just trying to make good for all of us.
Hey, friend, we know how hard you've had it as a non-humanoid race here amongst the people. And now that two of the potential dragon lords and saviors are humanoid, we're trying to increase awareness, and we just hope to get the word out. And anything you can do to spread it and, get along with the humans. Don't battle them.
I have
Even
never
if
had
they come
hate
at
for
you
them.
harshly.
They had hate for us. I have no
I know
love
they
for the
do,
people
but
of Mithros. But the people here, they like us.
well, good. Relish that. Maybe there's things that we need to learn from you that we can teach these lessons back in Mithros of acceptance. So maybe we're here to learn from you rather than to spread wisdom. Can you teach us how to make it?
I am not one to be teaching us. I am a master of my elements. I have served the master of ceremonies of the gymnasium, as I am well specialized in earth manipulation techniques. As I have been a decade-long winning streak in the shot put because of my skills. But of recent years, they have banned the event because I was too good. As he shows you quickly
In the
enough.
shot put, the throwing of a rock?
Yes, as he shows you, as he uses his earth manipulation to shock put it, as you watch kind of a ball fly into the sky, disappear.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
That was pretty cool. I don't know.
That was pretty awesome. Have they banned any other games due to anybody else's abilities like that?
No, but it makes sense. I never lost.
So having watched that, does that look like a natural ability or look like a magical ability?
It's a
Am I
magical
able
ability.
to... It's a magical, so it can be counterspelled or dispelled?
It's like kind of like earthbending if you think about it. But yeah, it's magical. It can be dispelled, but only for momentarily. You can learn it here. It takes decades long of teaching. You have to be connected to
Okay.
the 4 elements. Kind of like Avatar, basically. You have to master all 4 elements. But he's more manipulated with earth magic.
So if he uses the earth magic to throw it up, then if we counterspell it and it just doesn't go anywhere, and then somebody comes and just throws it 10 feet above their head, it beats them, doesn't it?
Yeah, but you can't use magic in the games. His is just natural magic, like it's born within him. It's like it being like a genasi.
Okay, that's what I was trying to get at with the previous questions, but okay. It's an innate ability.
It's like a cantrip, basically, that he can do. It's kind of like he knows it. But yeah, anyways.
But they don't serve much other point in the town overall?
They serve for the bazaar and the people here. They are like the lifeblood. They're like the technicians, basically. They make sure the water always flows. They make sure...
Oh, the engineers and maintenance.
Yeah, basically, yeah. They don't fight. They don't use their... they're not respected as warriors. They're respected for their day-to-day operations of the city to run.
Okay, I get you.
Because they won't use their capabilities to fight. They're very peaceful.
Non-violent. Okay.
He doesn't really have much to say, but he's happy and smiling, seeing that beast folks can be dragonlords too.
Oh, yes. Can we kind of end here and kind of think about maybe going towards the
we
market
got 4
thing?
minutes left, yeah, there's a lot of places here for sure. Aresia is actually not a bad place. It does have corruption, but like every fucking city has corruption. But they have had a turn up light from obviously leaving a city that didn't like condemn them. They turned them into slaves. As obviously you remember the days of Mithros before you came in, you saw fucking minotaurs getting slaughtered in arenas and
I had to free Steve.
being used and abused, and you did free one, and yeah, he lives on a farm. But it's just like, to them, it's just Mithros is like hell to them. They'll never think good of it. Not now in this generation. Maybe in the future when decades or centuries pass.
We shall work on it.
Yeah.
As well, enter station here and continue onwards.